Hey, what's up guys? It's Alona and I'm so excited to see you here, and today I prepared some unusual video for you because in this video we won't animate or draw anything. In this video we will talk and actually we will talk about stock graphics, how to mix it, how to create a one visual style from stock graphics, and I prepared 5 tips for you how to do it. And if you feel that this topic is kind of pain for you, please let me know in comments so I will understand that this video was interesting for you. And before we start, I remind you that I have my Instagram, where I share even more tips and tricks about animation and illustration, so you can join and find the link in the description of this video. So let's discuss each tip one by one, and the first tip is different level of detailing. For example, you have very detailed tree, and I mean with branches, I mean with leaves and any other things, and actually you have to pay attention on this factor because it's important when you are looking for another tree. So you can't use just simple geometric shapes for another tree if you want to use them together in one frame or in one video, because they look different. So level of detailing is very important. Tips number 2: shading. Each illustrations could have different shading. For example, it could be flat colors or gradients, and together they just, don't match. Or do you use lights, shadows and halftone, or you use just flat color and that's all? What about shadows? It could be, again, flat shadows or with some volume, with some gradient. It's also so important, and if you don't pay attention on it, other people will notice it and will understand that you use different packs again. Tips number 3, and in this tip I want to cover a bit the topic about characters. I think it's a huge topic, but let's try. If you already use some character in your video, and you need to find another one, for example, you have a boy and you need a girl, why not? You have to pay attention on proportions of your characters. Again, we can't use realistic character with realistic proportions with just cartoon characters together in one video, in one frame, I mean. I know this thought sounds a bit, obvious and simple, but different cartoon characters has different proportions and different styles as well. And here I recommend you to analyze your current example that you already have. In other words, analyze how the current visual style works. For instance, we have a character with long legs, arms, huge head and tiny body. We use just simple geometric shapes for the character. We use very low amounts of detalization, so just the main objects for clothes, for face, for shoes. And now, based on these notes, you can go to the stock websites and find the correct character for your current design. And just in case if you find a nice character but it doesn't match to this notes, to this list, obviously it doesn't work for your goals. Tips number 4: color palette. Again, very obvious tip, I know, but I still notice this kind of mistake from my students, where they just download different illustrations for the video and they don't pay attention on the color code. I always recommend you to use only 3 colors for the video or illustration, if we talk about vector illustration, because it's just easier to manage the just 3 colors. And it doesn't mean that you can use only, bright red and that's all, so it can't be darker or lighter. No, you have the one color but with different tints and shades, and it's okay, but still it's the same red, yeah, it's the same color. And if we talk about stock graphics, you can just download, for example, landscape with green grass and then another landscape with green grass, but this green color just just different. It doesn't work. And in this case we will understand that these two illustrations were from different graphic packs, from different sources, from different artists, because they have similar color code, but still not the same. Tip number 5, the last, perspective. Oh yeah, it's also important because here we have plenty of options. It could be isometric or linear or flat or just cartoony perspective, so depends on your vision. It doesn't mean that you can't use a couple of options, so in one scene it could be just flat perspective, for another one it could be isometric. But if you use more than 2 options, the video could lose the visual style, and it will be clear that you downloaded stock graphics and even didn't edit. And one more tip for you. For example, we have an illustration of the room, and this room has just flat kind of perspective, and in this case if we want to add, for example, a chair, we can't use a chair with linear kind of perspective. It doesn't match the current illustration, so I recommend you to use only one perspective for the whole illustration, and the flat chair will work here better. So it was my 5 tips how to work with stock graphics, and I hope it was useful, and now I'm waiting for your ideas, your tips in comments, and maybe who knows, I will record a new part. And also I remind you that I have a class on Udemy about advanced characteristics, so if you always want to know how to set your character, you can use the link in the description of this video and join 100 students. Yeah, it's just incredible. And also I want to thank my patrons, guys, you're incredible, and if you want to join these amazing people, you can find the link in the description and get all project files from my tutorials. And of course, subscribe on this channel, hit a like, drop a comment, you know what to do, how to support me as a creator, and thanks for your time, guys. See ya in the next video. It was so funny listening how bloggers complain on their lives that, oh my god, it's so difficult to record video, and right now when I'm recording the video I just realized how it's difficult. I'm sitting here for 40 minutes and already tired actually. Yeah, 40 minutes, guys. Oh yeah.